Stocks took a tumble today as investors brace for President Trump to impose new trade restrictions. Reports that the president was considering limits on exports of some high-tech products to China sent Wall Street reeling. The Dow lost more than 300 points at the closing bell. That's slightly better than earlier in the day when the Dow was more than 400 points down. The Nasdaq and S&P 500 also finished lower. New at 4:30, the Supreme Court says it will not hear a Wisconsin man's case featured in the Netflix documentary series Making a Murderer. Brendan Dassey and his uncle Stephen Avery are serving life sentences convicted of raping and killing a woman. Today's decision by the Supreme Court not to hear Dassey's case leaves in place a lower court ruling against him. His attorneys say he was pressured into a false confession and he should get a new trial. Dassey's defense team can still try to get him a new trial, but they'd have to convince a judge new evidence warrants one. A firefighter is dead and another is hurt after a shooting at a retirement home in Southern California this morning. The firefighters were responding to an alarm and a report of an explosion at the 11-story retirement complex in Long Beach, south of Los Angeles. As firefighters were searching the building, shots were fired and 2 firefighters were hit. A third person was also shot and injured. Investigators are questioning a person of interest, and they're looking into whether the shooter lured first responders to the scene to ambush them. State regulators are due to reconvene this week to decide whether to approve or reject a pipeline replacement across northern Minnesota. Enbridge Energy wants to replace its corroding and cracking Line 3 oil pipeline, highlighted in red on this map, that runs from Alberta across North Dakota and Minnesota to Superior, Wisconsin. The proposed route is highlighted in green. Climate change and tribal activists are expressing opposition to that route because it could risk spills in waters where Native Americans harvest wild rice. The Public Utilities Commission meets tomorrow to continue questioning Enbridge officials before making a final decision. We are about 10 months out, but planning for the men's college basketball Final Four is well underway. Brett Hoffman gives us a look at how organizers are gearing up for April and tens of thousands of visitors.